I think there's a narrative that actually has been getting stronger out of Silicon Valley, especially that within 25 or 30 years, the speed and power of computing will be so powerful that individual computers will be smarter. There's a second part to this narrative, and the second part is that thinking, human thinking, is information processing, and computers have the ability to be faster information processors than humans. So at a certain point, human thinking will be obsolete, and computers will take over. But I think there's two fundamental uh, misunderstandings behind the narrative. And I think that the people who have this narrative are silly. And the reason is because human beings, human thinking is not information processing. Human thinking is actually meaning making. We don't actually process anything. We take in experiences, and then in remarkably instantaneous way, we create meaning out of our experiences. And it's meaning, when I mean meaning here, we make sense of things. How does this new experience fit in with all the other experiences I've had? And this is purely creative. It's totally unpredictable. And it's the basis of human creativity, which there's no computer that has anything even resembling this meaning-making capability that humans have. So they're making a comparison, which by its very nature is a false comparison, because you have to first of all buy into the message that what humans do and what computers do is exactly the same thing. If you take 100 computers, the message on the first one to the 100th one would be exactly the same. And that's why we love computers, because computers don't do any thinking. They just pass on exactly the identical thing that they process. It has no meaning to the computers. They have no feelings about it. They don't try to do something cute with it. They don't try to add their part to it. They just pass it on. That's why we love computers, because they're absolutely predictable. And the reason why we love human beings is because they are absolutely not predictable. Well, they free us up from what I would call mindless repetition. Okay, that if you think about our the way we think about other human beings, is that the human beings who are absolutely repetitive in how they talk and how they behave are actually are the least interesting human beings that we know. On the other hand, people who are quick-witted and can actually take a thought that's being communicated and turn it into something new, we're fascinated with them. And it gives us a great pleasure to see what their brains can do with something that everybody thought they knew what it meant, and then an entirely new meaning is actually created. Content only has meaning in terms of why you would even be interested in this. Why do I want to know this? Why would this be important for my future? The number one thing that humans want to know before they're asked to learn anything new or to understand anything is why they should do that. Of what benefit is it going to be? We're the masters, humans are the masters of why, and computers are the masters of what. Any amount of information that you need, um, um, computers can provide that. Okay. But not once does any of the information that they provide you with, no matter how great it is, what the quantity is, ever explain why any of that information is important or useful. The whole point is when people say, you want to have maximum information, actually, human nature proves that we don't want maximum information. We actually want minimum information. We only want the information that gives us an answer to the question of why. Okay. Why do I need to know this? We do not want the long way around. We want the shortcut. A lot of really smart people who are great at decision making and taking very, very fast, successful actions don't require very much information at all.
Yeah.
Okay, because they've arranged their minds in such a way that they're only looking for certain indications of something. And if they get two or three examples, they say, okay, we have to go in this direction. Whereas there are people who you can give them all the information in the world, but it's never enough for them to actually make a decision. And they're paralyzed by the sheer amount of information they have. The number one thing that we're looking for as human beings is greater freedom. And my sense is that regardless of who the human being is, where they are on the planet, that the life that is most meaningful and most purposeful is the one where the human is always using his or her experiences to fashion greater freedom for themselves. We don't want to lose our individual uniqueness, intelligence, just because we have powerful machines available to us. I think that the trend of computers is that it's freeing human beings up from the temptation to treat other human beings as machines. I'm very, very optimistic about everybody that I'm in teamwork and collaboration with. And I'm very optimistic that all of us will be making progress in the years ahead, as long as our central purpose and meaning is to expand our personal freedom. I think anything that's attached with freedom automatically expands reasons for being optimistic. Okay. I think that I would not be optimistic if there was more and more a controlling narrative that says human beings are less and less useful, will soon be obsolete, and the planet will be properly run in the future by machine thinking. Then I would be very pessimistic.